Did he ever come and see the play?
No.
Did he go?
He never did. Oh.
But he went to did he go to the library? He said he was going to go to the library and watch it.
Oh, I bet he didn't.
Okay.
Oh, I bet he didn't.
Because he's been on the show.
What are we even doing?
What are we even doing?
Hey, hi, you found my YouTube channel. What the heck? It's Kyle MacLachlan. Come on, subscribe, smash the button, hit it, punch it, let's go.
Kids used to call me Barbie Ferrari.
I like that.
That was before people even called me Barbie. So
That's
that was
awesome.
just like out of nowhere.
Was Barbara the original?
Barbara's my real name.
Okay, but
then
Barbie.
you're like a 7-year-old Barbara in America. And
It doesn't really make sense.
Hit. No.
You're absolutely right about that.
I like remember this tweet that was like, imagine looking at your newborn and naming her Barbara. And I was like, that's literally my mom.
Oh, she's a Barbara. Fantastic.
Mildred Barbara.
It's Kyle. Hey, I'm your host today. I'm so excited to be your host today. This is What Are We Even Doing? This is where we sit down with creatives of all types. We talk about what they're interested in, the craft, and really what I'm most curious about is the process of creativity and what makes them tick. So anyway, today we have a very special guest, actress, model, OG Tumblr girl, and vintage fashionista extraordinaire, Barbie Ferreira. It's so nice to see you.
Oh my God, thank you, Kyle. I'm literally the most hugest fan of yours. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. We were just talking earlier about Barbie versus Barbara.
Yes.
Which I think is so fun.
It's so fun to my name had a lot of nicknames. It was like Barbs, Babs, all sorts of things.
Right. But Barbie stuck.
Yeah,
it kind of suits you too, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Barbie for me was like, honestly, it wasn't my whole life. People just called me Barbs most of the time. And then when I was like 18, I was like, I'm going to rebrand. Like, I'm Barbie. Like, Barbara is like, she's dead.
I like that.
And then, I used to go by Barbs or Barbie, like all sorts of things. But then I just like, Barbie is it.
Yeah. No, I think it suits you. It's perfect.
Teen angst came out. I'm not Barbara no more.
We're going to talk about teen angst. That's good. I had teen angst too.
Oh, and we saw you portray teen angst and young adult angst in the most beautiful way.
Oh, bless you.
Where?
Bless you.
Oh.
A little velvet
young
blue.
Adulthood, college
Oh
angst.
my God. Blue Velvet. So that's my second film, and that was like, for me, because I started with Dune, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, that was a crazy experience, full of all sorts of stories. Blue Velvet was like this sort of little tiny movie about this young man, and I was like, I really connect with this story. I understand what attracts him, what he's interested in, why he's excited about this dark place, this dark world.
It's incredible film.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And my dear friend David Lynch, who's no longer with us, but we just had a great time. And it makes me think about some of the stuff that you've done, because you have been drawn to some very interesting material.
Yes.
Some in a genre that scares me to death, the horror genre.
Oh my gosh, you don't like horror?
It affects me so deeply. So I always thought I was really super sensitive when I was a kid. I was super sensitive as a kid, and I don't think that's ever gone away. I can't. It's really hard for me to watch.
That's completely
horror.
normal. My mom, when she went to go see Faces of Death at the premiere, she's never not seen a movie of mine. And to the very end of her going into the theater, she's like, maybe I just won't do it. Maybe I can just watch it at home. I can watch it when it comes out at home. No, I can go with you. I can help you out of your dress. I can help because
right. I love
she
that.
went in. She went in. She loved it.
And she did. Oh, that's good.
Thank God. I was literally scared I traumatized my mother. I was like, I'm so sorry.
That's really, I love your mom.
She's
I
so
love your
sweet.
mom.
She does not like horror.
Yeah, it's really hard, So, but I think if it's your child, it makes it maybe more difficult or less difficult. I don't know. We were talking earlier about this because I was watching your stuff, doing some research, going back, and I came upon this video of you. It was a makeup video, right? Mm-hmm. And I was watching it because you're sort of ageless to me.
Thank you.
Just
so
are the same.
As a woman in Hollywood, we accept.
Yes. No, it's. I was like, I'm not quite sure how old. Your honesty and your vulnerability and your sense of fun and playfulness and like, it's a very much. And I just said, this is so refreshing. And I thought further, and I said, when you're presenting yourself on social like that, and that was pretty early on, and you're pretty young, it's like you can be pretty vulnerable. You're kind of showing the world who you are, because it felt very real to me and very, very charming. How did you live through that? What was your experience with that? Was it challenging? Was it like...
I started going on the internet pretty young because I'm 29, so I feel like I was at this like the kind of like, the family Dell desktop was there. No one knew what was going on. I could be like chatting on Neopets and like doing things my mother would never know what I'm doing, right? She had no concept of what the internet was really. And so what I used the internet as was like kind of like a diary. Like I just used it to like, I didn't have
that was Tumblr, right? I mean, that was the idea of Tumblr, right?
And then I went to Instagram, and then like just everything that I do is always like a diary. And people really liked it. Like at the time, it was like I had like, a little like following on Tumblr and Instagram, and I was just always really real and open. I love to like make fun of myself. Like I was just, I don't take myself very seriously.
You're very self-deprecating.
Yeah, I love it. Probably my problem because I feel like sometimes people don't get it. They're like, no, I'm like, but that's just like how my jokes were. And I just was really honest about being a young woman and just like, I was modeling. I was a plus size model, which was like a very like new thing for me and probably for the culture too, like being publicized more and more.
Yeah.
And so I just had a lot of fun. And I think now that I'm older, the internet has changed so much where it's like so business now. Like I feel like it's a business card. And so I try to have fun on the internet, but I do understand that it's like a different place now. It's not so much of a diary. It's more of like presenting yourself to the public. And I still make jokes and make fun of myself.
Yeah. No, I think that'll never leave. And that really is part of what I think makes you just so watchable, so interesting. We're getting you know what I mean? And I agree with you. There is a place where we're presenting. When I was younger too, obviously no internet, but the way you presented yourself, whether it was in a photo shoot or in an interview with a magazine or wherever you were, was so important because you wanted to present a certain kind of who you were and who you were wanting people to think you were, all this kind of stuff.
Mysterious.
Yes, all of that. Or even just not even doing it at all.
Not doing it at all. You're that mysterious.
Those were the inspirations for me, were the mentors that I watched, the people that they really shunned the spotlight, which made them even more mysterious and you wanted to learn more about them. Now, if you do that, people are like, we don't care who you are.
We forget who you are in like a month.
It moves fast.
It moves fast. And I also really like love the allure of an actor who's mysterious and like, I just don't have that in me.
Yeah.
Like, I literally, when I was a kid, like 11, I was like, I want to be quiet and mysterious. And you know what? As I get older, I'm like, this is honestly where I thrive is in like this entertainment because of my personality where it never thrived before.
Yeah. No, I think that's so great you can recognize that because I think it takes some people, myself, I'm thinking of myself, a while to get comfortable with the idea that, you know what, this is who you are. Sure, you might want to be that other thing, but in fact, this is where your strengths are. Yeah. And I think that's been part of the fun of this experience of doing this podcast is because, and also some social posts and things like that, because I am basically at heart just a goofball.
Yeah, it's
you
true.
know what I mean? And I've done some crazy, sort of dark things, and I do love being able, as an actor, which you're experiencing too, you get a certain palette. Yeah. You can like really try different things, and that's fun. But
it's so fun because I'm a goofball in real life, but I love characters that are not goofballs because I feel like that is really like, I mean, of course, sometimes I get that and they're really fun, but like I tend to play characters that are very like way more quiet, like more introverted than me, and I feel like that's the fun for me is like completely changing into a real person in indie film that like obviously is not going to be like tap dancing like me because I'm just like a theater kid.
Well, I want to talk about that too, but like I was thinking, it just popped to mind as Euphoria. When you do Euphoria, I mean, that's that was really an interesting tour through a young woman and kind of trying to figure herself out, and she got involved in something else, and the writing seemed to support that. Yeah. Did you feel that?
Yeah, totally. I think it was really collaborative. So a lot of the first season was like so much of like our, and the second season too, a lot of our like life experiences. So it felt really real. It felt like, I was a One Direction Tumblr blog. Like that was real.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. All these like little things that made a teenage girl so like layered and like nuanced as opposed to like, having a writer's room of people who aren't interested in collaborating, but then like, just writing what they think what teenage girls are doing. Right. So it felt really fun to do that. And with Kat, it was my first real acting job. I mean, I did like a guest spot on Divorce and like, I was like trying I was trying it out, doing my little two-liners and like a show here and there. It was so fun.
That's how you start.
But it was like my first time like really acting. And so I learned a lot. I mean, I learned so much. Yeah. I like cut my hair. I did I was like, I will do anything for this role. Like I will, I like changed the way I walked. I just like learned so much about the craft through it.
Well, it sounds like a lot of intuitive, your process is fairly intuitive. I mean, I know you started out and you tell a beautiful story about your drama teacher when you were at the Boys and Girls
Miss Liana.
Club. Yeah, she came to see your play.
She did. She came to Broadway. We cried so hard. I have never like had so much emotion in my life where it just like flew. Like her son was there. She was like 22 and a volunteer at like Boys and Girls Club.
That's
like
amazing.
I know. I didn't have schools that had like a lot of art programs because I went to like a lot of public schools in like New York and Jersey, and then. Yeah. And so when in New York, we didn't have any of that. So I would go to the Boys and Girls Club, and that's when I like discovered theater. And we couldn't afford any like of the real plays, so we would write our own. You know?
Which is not a bad way to learn.
Not a bad way to learn. We would like make our own props.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
a lot of the stuff we would get like free, like, you know, kind of the Wizard of Oz, we'll make it our own, you know? So
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just really creative and fun. And
Yeah.
we got to really do stuff with like no money.
That's the beauty of high school, I think. This sounds like it was
This
sort
is
of high
younger,
school.
actually.
Even
I was
younger?
probably like 8 or 9. So I
Oh,
started
so you're
doing
really
theater.
little.
Yeah, when I was in the Boys and Girls Club. And then in high school, I sort of like left and like was doing like technique classes. And I was like, yeah, like, I'm
Right.
serious. I'm a serious actress. I can't sing, so musicals in my high school were like a no-go for me. And I would try so hard. I would audition for sure.
Right.
I would be like, like, you know, giving my best. Always a non-singing role for me. Even in the play on Broadway, non-singing role.
Yeah, you had one line. You had one line that you sang, I think.
I did. I sang. Was it Radiohead lyric? Yeah, it was that. And that to me was like. That was the scariest part of the whole night.
Yeah, the whole night.
I was like, hopefully no one walks out. But
I love the Broadway experience. I did something at the Roundabout, which was really fun. But it was three-hander. Every night I had like a monologue with the characters. It was the caretaker. So one of the character I played had a monologue, like a 3-page monologue, and I was just like every night. I just never thought about it because if I started thinking about it.
That's the best advice. That's literally the best advice.
Yeah, you have to be in the moment, and then you're like, oh, now I'm doing this, and then you have to make sure that you keep your focus and your concentration, because if it starts wandering,
it's over.
Oh my God!
There was like maybe 2 times in the 11 weeks, and where I remember like a line that I know so well, but my brain just went blank.
It starts playing tricks.
It's plays tricks when you start doing it over and over again.
Yeah.
It'll be a line that like I could recite this in my sleep.
Yeah.
But it's just because I was like maybe like something took my focus away.
Yeah.
Blank. But then thankfully like we had like 10 people on stage, so other people would help me out, or like if someone else like forgot a line, we would all help each other out because it was so many people. But oh my gosh, I totally feel you. Even like on film sets and stuff, like if I have like an emotional scene and I start thinking too much about it, it's over for me.
Yeah.
I have to just be present. I have to be very prepared beforehand and then like throw it away and then just be present.
Yeah. Oh, that's the best advice.
Yeah.
To be present.
And Leslie Headland, I'm like, I love her so much. She's the writer, the playwright. And she like casted me without
Yeah, I was going to say, how
me.
did you find your way,
Well, I was in Canada shooting Mile and Kicks. And so I was like already like kind of in production with that. And then Leslie Zoomed me with Tripp Coleman, who directed it, and they offered me the role. And I remember being like, I'm gonna have to fake it till I make it. And because I was like, I've never done professional theater. And you're like, Broadway, okay, I could totally do that. Like I just like fake it till you make it. I was like, I will put everything in my life to make sure that I am acceptable on this stage. So I just spent a lot of time like doing kind of the more technical things that I never really did, like vocal coach to make sure my voice like hits, because we were at
So
that
you really worked to make sure that you were ready.
I made sure. I was so scared because there were so many people in that cast who've like won Tonys, who were like Mayor Winningham. Like it was just like I just was like, I need to make them proud. And so I really had, and I just finished Mile and Kicks, and I had like 3 weeks before we started rehearsals. So I just went straight into like, all right, let's figure this one out.
Oh my God, were they helpful? Was it around you?
God,
I always feel theater people are pretty. I mean, people that work in the business, for the most part, super helpful.
I agree.
Yeah.
I've never met like an actor who's like preying on my downfall in any way. Like I've like you hear like rumblings of like a scene partner trying to like. I'm like I honestly never experienced that. I feel like with the play, it was like, I was like the youngest one, and then David is 82, so he's been acting for his whole life. It was just so cool to
There's
be able.
hope for me. He's 82.
80.
I can do it.
So yeah.
I mean, June Squibb's like 95
Oh
on
yeah,
stage
no,
every
she's
night.
amazing. Yeah.
And David had more lines than me, like way more.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Every day, like 8 shows a week, like he was killing it. It was so cool to see. And I learned so much from them, and I had a pretty chill role where. I come in like halfway through the play, and like I kind of am more of like
comic
a
relief?
reality.
No, I'm just
comic
kidding.
relief, yeah, but I am a comic relief.
No, I'm just kidding because I haven't seen the play, so I don't know.
But I am a comic relief.
Did Caleb
I get
ever
a couple
go to see the
laughs.
play? Did he ever come and see the play?
No.
Did he go?
Whoa. Shots fired.
I know. I was watching
And
tape.
the podcast, yeah. He never did. Oh.
But he went to did he go to the library? He said he was going to go to the library and watch it.
Oh, I bet he didn't.
Okay.
Oh, I bet he didn't.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I bet he didn't.
Because he's been on the show.
I love Caleb so much.
I do too.
That's
I
like,
do too.
oh my God. When I was doing the play in New York, even though he didn't make time to go see the play, we did go, shots fired.
Sorry, Caleb. I threw you under the bus there.
No, it's okay. The whole podcast was basically me coming for him. So it's just a round two. We're just following up. No, but he would take me to like comedy shows, and we had like this like New York night where we like went to like all of these like comedy clubs, and we're walking around. It was just like the most beautiful night. I just love him. I think he's the funniest person on earth.
He is hilarious. A genuine, wonderful person. Super smart.
So smart.
Very funny. Very knowledgeable. Very confident. You know, I mean, that's the thing also I think about you. You have a confidence about you.
Thank you.
That as you come forward, and I think just a complete belief that you can do it.
Yeah.
Which is so refreshing. Is that from mom? Is that something that's in you? How does that come from?
I think that's complicated because I grew up in like a really poor family that like had no connections to the art world at all. Like immigrant first generation. Okay. I'm like, my mom's a single mom. I had my grandma, and my mom worked really hard. She like went to culinary school. She's a chef.
Unbelievable.
God knows, bro.
I love this.
So she like went to culinary school when I was young and like worked at a restaurant. I like barely saw her, but she was her work ethic was incredible. And I always, since I was a little kid, was like, I need to get out of my circumstance. And so my confidence, I think, is not so much that I think now it is like, as I'm getting older, it really is like true to who I am. But I do believe in myself. I feel like since I was a little kid, I was like, I'm going to be an actress. And everyone's like, okay. And every step of the way, people have been like, okay, but this is not going to go to the others. And I always have pushed to do it. Like everything I've done is like out of ambition and not like it fell into my lap.
Yeah.
For me, it wasn't effortless. It was like I like started modeling just to be an actress. Like I was like, and then I started doing a Vice show just to be an actress. Everything was so like, even as a young.
You had that was the goal, right? I mean,
always.
That was,
always to be an actress.
Yeah.
That's like my greatest dream in life was to be an actress. I would like go to see plays or go to see like movies, and I would feel something in my body. And like that was the confidence that I needed, because in this industry, if you're not confident in yourself, no one cares.
Yeah.
Like actually nobody cares. Like if you don't believe in yourself, literally no one cares. There's like thousands of other people who want to be there. Like I like have been selling myself since I was 10 years old. I like going to agent meetings with my grandma who doesn't speak English. She has no idea where we are.
I love the image of the two of you.
My grandma,
come on, Grandma, let's go.
She would come with me to a commercial audition. She had no idea what she was like, literally no idea where she was going. She was like, why am I in the city right now? Literally, and I would just be like, shh. And I'd be like, I am your star, and I'm 10 years old. And one time someone told me I was too green. I was 8. Oh.
Okay.
To my face. A manager said I was too green. I'm like, I'm 8 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, how do I ungreen myself? I was like, oh my God, my problem. How do I fix that? I'm 7, 8 years old. I'm green.
How do I ungreen myself? This is the question for today. What are we even doing? We're trying to ungreen ourselves. That's exactly right. When you were talking to Caleb, I was thinking, I said, because it seems like there is a community of creative people in Los Angeles that are all friends. You know what I mean? At least many of the people that I've had on the show know each other. They work together, or they're aware of the other person. And I'm so intrigued by that, because I mean, I sort of felt like growing up, it's like doing the work I did, I was like, oh, I had a couple friends, but I don't know, maybe.
But did y'all party more? I feel like people don't party no more.
No, not much more.
Partying, come on now.
You know what it is? It's like never forget the things you can't remember. It's one of those where you're like, I don't remember. No,
I think things were funner
was
back
never.
then.
I was.
You could like party and have fun. Now it's like a little bit.
He says, if you want to be happy, you have to climb Cringe Mountain.
Oh, yeah, I love that. It's true.
And I sort of, and I feel like I've finally discovered that. I mean, I've always been happy. I've been a pretty happy person, all my life. But I've always been like, you know what? I'm definitely, you've seen some of my social posts. I mean, they're wacky. And thank you to my team here for
they're amazing, though.
Encouraging me.
I like that.
Pushing me.
I think there's a new vibe of like people wanting to see people be humans and like funny and relatable.
But you did that from the very beginning. This was you.
And I'm in here, when it's up and down, people want more mysterious, I'm still going to be this, unfortunately. So you're all going to have to deal with my antics.
No. I think the accessibility is really, really important.
Being weird and cringe is literally the only way you can get anywhere. Like, I think people have really lost the art of, like, people like just think of, they make themselves stagnant from trying to be cool.
Yeah.
It's like they don't, it's like you're so scared of being judged for anything that you actually don't do. You don't make anything. There's
What?
nothing being made.
It's like high school.
Yeah.
Sorry, when I was in high school, it was the same thing.
Yeah.
You just were so nervous. I mean, I was incredibly nervous, especially junior high school. Oh my God.
Well, those are the worst years.
7th, 8th, and 9th. I mean, the
The
worst.
worst. It's like I've never experienced worse times than 12
What
years
was
old.
what was the worst? You know, or anything? Was there one thing that like stood out? No, or just a whole.
Just I remember, I had moved, and then I made a group of friends, and then as like preteens do, they all like stopped talking to me one day, and I was like, this is the end of my entire world. And I got a side bang, and then I started wearing like hardcore music, like t-shirts. I was like, no one gets me. And so then I got a little quiet.
Yeah.
I was in the back of the class like, misunderstood.
Yeah. I love that
what I mean?
attitude.
12 is the worst. I'm like, it's like, what is biologically happening? I'm sure, obviously, the onset of puberty, but it's like.
It's weird when you're in the middle of it. It's like, because I remember you have no idea what's going on, and you have nobody to talk about it, no one to reach out to for, because you don't want to admit that you're going through something, first of all.
Yeah.
And second of all, there's nobody around you can trust to talk about it. Your parents don't know. It's just like, it's really, really hard. It's really, really hard. And I remember as being a parent myself, I was like, when my son was going through this, this period, and we were just like, all you can do is just sort of be available. Just say, if there's a moment when they want to talk, they do this. It's true. It's like, you're driving in the car somewhere, you're doing something else, something completely different, and suddenly, this thing happened in school today, and boop, and suddenly you're like, oh, tell me. You're just playing very cool, but you're like,
yeah, it's an art of talking to a preteen. It's the art of like not being too pushy, but also
just hanging for a while.
My mom has only ever had me as a kid. I'm an only child, so she thinks that me at 12 saying "I hate you" is she tells that to waiters. She's like, I deserve this drink because my daughter one time at 12 years old told me she hated me. Has anyone ever heard of anything like this? And I'm like, Mom,
everyone goes through this.
I'm like, she thinks that these experiences that I had were brand new to me. She was like, whoa. Right. And I'm like, Mom, it's called puberty.
Yeah, come on.
Good friends is the key to life. I really think that way.
I agree, and it sounds like you have the same thing. You say all your friends have got keys. They
do. They all have keys.
Do you come home sometime like, oh, I didn't know you were...
Absolutely.
Yes?
All the time. I'm about to come home, and I'm sure there will be two people that I don't... it's like my friends. I mean, it's mostly Mary and Ben, and sometimes they'll have my other friends come. But they throw pool parties when I'm gone, and I give them my blessing. Of 4 people, and then we don't do too crazy, okay?
Right.
But I think friendship is so important. I grew up with my mom having really strong friendships because all of our family was in Brazil. So everyone that was in our holidays, everything was family friends. So friendship was just really important. And I think it's incredible.
It is important. It is important. I have very close friends that we don't see each other much anymore, but a couple of years ago we got together, with 5 of us, and we went up to a kind of outside where I grew up in Yakima. We went up to this little place called Rimrock Lake, and one of the guys organized a cabin. We're like, okay, we'll go out cabin. We'll go out and hike and do stuff and all this stuff. We spent 3 days sitting at the kitchen table, talking, cooking, baking, making stuff, drinking coffee, and I was like, I didn't think that, you think how much stuff do you have to cover? We had so much territory to cover.
Course.
It was fantastic.
There's nothing like gabbing with your friends.
Oh my God.
Really brings it actually brings joy to my body to be with my friends and laughing really hard.
Yeah.
And even being there for them when it's a hard time for them. It just is I don't know. I grew up so kind of isolated that I think because I didn't have siblings and I had trouble making friends, that when I got older, I'm like, oh, this is the meaning of life, is having a community that can kind of they're not perfect, but it's you can bounce ideas off of them, and you just know them so well that you can my friends are my family.
Well, you have a good friend, Ben. We were talking about Ben earlier. You had a painter, really talented guy.
Oh, he's going to die hearing you talk about it. I actually think he might somehow make a framed screen of this on loop at the house.
Oh, I love it.
I do think so.
I love it. Well, I know him just as a painter. Does he do other things as well, or is that kind of that's his thing?
So he paints at my house. So we sort of live together. He has an apartment, but we're just addicted to each other, and so that's my gay husband. So he truly we're basically married at this point. So he has a studio at my house. So I call it the Barbie residency.
I love that.
It's not really a residency, but he does paint at my house, and so he paints there. He also does creative direction for art books. He just did some Marilyn Monroe book that's coming out. It's the 100th year anniversary of it. He's just an overall amazing creator.
Yeah, it sounds incredible.
It's so cool, and he's always the one that if I have an idea of something, he's the one that I talk to, and I trust him so much with everything.
Instinct. Where's he from? Is he a LA guy?
He's from North Carolina.
Yeah, Blue Velvet we shot in Wilmington, which is on the coast of North Carolina.
She's
promoting this movie.
Always be
Well,
modeling.
you have been a model, so it's understandable. The film you did with John,
Yes.
Bob Trevino,
Likes
it. Such an interesting idea. I love John. So I auditioned along with John and a lot of other young actors in Hollywood for Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
God, best John Leguizamo film ever.
So we all went to audition. No, I didn't have a clue what I was doing basically. But you go in and they dress you up and everything like that.
They dress you up in drag?
Oh yes.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, that's amazing. I need pictures.
I had these fantastic red nails and long dark hair. And when you looked at me from the front, I kind of looked. I was much younger. I kind of looked like my mom.
Okay.
Which was great. My mom was very pretty.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that works. And then I turned to the side.
Oh, they didn't.
And suddenly you could see this giant chin. And we were like, get away.
No.
Yeah, it was not good. But John was great.
Yeah. Chi-Chi, right?
Chi-Chi, very
yeah,
good.
Chi-Chi, just incredible. I grew up watching Baz Luhrmann and kind of like being a fan. I'm from Queens. John and I have that little bit in common, and it was just so fun, and it was great to work with someone that is so legendary like that, where I'm like, I grew up watching you, and like I feel like it's part of my manifestation to. Which is actually what happened with Sarah Jessica Parker, because my mom was addicted to Sex City, which we all know Kyle was on, and he was amazing. And my first job, my act job, was on Divorce, and I remember being like, this feels like I manifested it, because my mom and I shared a room my whole life, and all she watched was Sex in the City. She was addicted to Sarah Jessica Parker, and that was like my first job. I'm like, Sarah Jessica Parker, and then my first like lead role really after Face of Death was with an actor that I grew up watching so much, and so it was just really, it feels really like cool.
It's fun how that works, right? Because I've had the same experience when I was growing up. So I was in the middle of nowhere in Seattle. While I was in school, I went to see this film because that was our escape. When I was in theater school, I went to see a film called Das Boot, Wolfgang Petersen, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is the most amazing film!" And the lead character, the captain of the U-boat, is a guy named Jürgen Prochnow, and I said, "He's so God, he's so powerful, he's so charismatic, commands the screen, rugged, handsome." I was like, "This guy's amazing." So, cut to a few months later, I'm auditioning for Dune. I get cast in Dune, David Lynch. I get down to Mexico City. I find out that the guy who's playing my father is Jürgen. And I'm like, must have manifested it somehow. I don't know what happened.
Did, I know you did. That's the thing. I know you manifested it.
Have you been on the other side, any producing or anything?
So I produced Bob Trevino, and I produced Smile and Kicks.
Okay, were you involved in casting a little bit?
A little bit of casting. I got sent a lot of the tapes. But I mean, because there were indies that were so personal to the director, like especially, I mean, both of them were based off these two women's lives, like Bob Trevino and Smile and Kicks. So for me, it was more about just kind of like, we would talk about certain actors for certain roles, and I'd be like, I really love this person, but like, I would really love to see a tape from this person. It was actually really fun. I felt like I was like, oh my God, I'm like taking the sneak peek behind the curtain.
Right. It's a great way to learn, just to sort of say, oh, what's working, what's not working.
It's great to watch auditions of other people too, because I'm horrible at auditioning. I mean, I think I am. I don't know, because you can't ever tell.
Right. No, it's hard. It's hard. It's the hardest thing to do.
You're like in a
world.
room, like pretending like you're being kidnapped. It's like, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not conducive to any kind of acting, but I try my best. But like, it's like funny to see how different people do auditions, and it was really, for me as an actor, really interesting. And like I always interpret scenes so differently than other people, and like sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. It's always been like I always interpret writing very differently than everyone else.
I don't know if you've written or gone into that world, but I feel like you would, in terms of a writer, would be very, very smart. Both writer and in doing improv.
Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. Improv to me is like, it's very fun, but I always it depends on the situation, because I feel like sometimes people like it, some people don't. And if it's like more of a comedy, people like it, obviously, and like we play with it. No, yeah, like I think for me, I want to write, I want to direct. The dream is to have like everything is going in this industry, is like you're creating your own roles and you're making your own things for, maybe a smaller budget than if you were in a $200 million like Avatar movie, but that's okay. Like, that's like what the.
We'll let James do that. The camera can do that.
That's okay. And
but I think it is something. Growing up, I said yes. There were some actors that were doing that as well. They were producing some things, but usually they were the ones that had the opportunity had come. Not every time, because there were some people that were just driven to do it, but opportunities because they had a great success. Yeah, and suddenly they're like, oh, okay. So now that in order to like work with them, they're going to say, oh yeah, if you want to be involved as a producer on this, or maybe you want to direct an episode of something like this, and they would give you that opportunity. But now it seems like people aren't waiting for they're creating their own opportunity. It's just based upon what they want to do, and they have an outlet. You know what I mean?
I feel like people, I feel like a lot of people are searching for that. I mean, I go to meetings, like general meetings all the time, and they're like, so what have you written and have casted and it's already packaged for me, and can we buy it? And I'm like, sure, I'll make something up right now. But it's like, it's
they're looking for your stuff, your portfolio.
Yeah. And I think it's like with a lot of actors now, it's like, and I think there's good and bad to that. I mean, obviously the good part is that you, instead of waiting for a role that you think that like would be really good, you can like have a say in it, similar to like an artist, like a musician making an album. Like, you still have the record label, but it's like still your own things. I do find that really fun is like producing, and I get sent a lot of indie scripts, and like sometimes I'll find one that like is really special, and then I'll help them get financing, and we'll help it actually become something real, because I love just reading what like new filmmakers are making. I love it. I get sent all of it. I get like I read. There's like some really fun stuff, some really questionable stuff.
I'm like,
but I tell my agent, like, just if there's an indie that's unfunded, like just send me the script, because I want to see what's out there, and just I want to see all of it. So I especially now that I produced like Mile and Kicks and Bob Trevino, which have been done the film festival circuit, had a theatrical release. A lot of these like new filmmakers are hitting me up, and it's really fascinating. And I think that part for me is also interesting, is finding people who haven't had the chance yet to make a film with a budget, and helping them in whatever way I can get that budget.
Yeah, for their vision.
Yeah.
And most of the stuff you seem to be looking at right now are things that you would also participate in some ways as an actress. You'd be like either the lead in it, or you'd be supportive in some way, but something to help get this project going.
Totally.
Which is so
I like learning by being an actor. I think like I ask a lot of questions on set. I am always like talking to the crew. I didn't go to like film school or like drama school. So for me, that's like where I get to learn. And that's like my favorite part is, asking about like stuff that like most people would never think about, like the edit. Like if we have like 4 like setups and like the song is playing practically, are we going to be able to edit it? Like things like that, which I find the funnest part of filmmaking is like, also I love acting so much, but I also love the fact that it's like a puzzle piece and it's so hard to do. And then if you finally do it, it's like, I'm like, oh my God, we did it.
So horror movies, I
know, Kyle. I will not force you to watch Faces of Death. I promise you.
I think I would freak out. I think I'd have bad dreams.
No, you will. That's the thing. Don't watch it. You're gonna get bad dreams. Like, it's for certain people. It's funny.
But it's tell me a little bit about. So it's this kind of it's a cool idea. You are a content moderator.
Yes.
For, let's say, a TikTok type program, or you're responsible for like determining whether something is real or not real, and blah blah blah. So and what happens is you find yourself more and more compelled or drawn into
to
this,
go into on a journey.
On a journey, right?
That's a nice way to say it. A journey, adventure.
An adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some crazy things happen, which is honestly was what happened to Jeffrey in Blue Velvet. I mean, it's the same thing.
Just following the track so far, you're in the closet.
Yeah. And
watching
through,
crazy
and then
shit.
suddenly you're in a place where you're like, I don't know how I got here, but now I'm in trouble.
And you're caught up in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Tell me, the experience was...
It was amazing. And
fun.
I shot it like 3 years ago, and I had shot Bob Trevino Likes It before, and that was also Tracy Lehman's first feature. And Danny Goldhaber, who directed Faces of Death, he did Cam, How to Blow Up a Pipeline. So he's really like really cool up and coming like filmmaker that I do think is going to be huge. And so for me, when I got to meet him and really understand like his vision, I was like, oh, this is like a fun studio movie that actually is going to have like indie sensibilities to it, because he's an indie filmmaker.
Yeah.
And to me, all that means is that, it's just like a little bit more creative, a little bit less like formulaic, right? And that's like kind of what I try to avoid, is something that seems really formulaic and like kind of we've done it before, which a lot of people are just trying to kind of make money. We're obviously in a time in Hollywood that's a little bit weird. And so I met with him and I was like, oh, this sounds like really sick. And I've always wanted to be in a horror movie. I like grew up watching a lot of like campy horror films. I mean, it's just like was what I like. I was always like a little bit more drawn to the darkness of the world.
No
side bang. The side bang was there. I've always wanted to be a scream queen, and talking to him it felt like a smart horror movie, a smart studio film that had like a backing of a studio that was like kind of letting us do our thing. We got to shoot it on film. We got to really kind of have like out of the box characters. Like, it wouldn't be like what you typically would cast like some big budget horror movie with. And it just felt like really good. It felt like he cared more about the movie than, you know, the money or the success of it, like monetarily. And so I just thought it was really sick. I mean, it was like so much fun.
Yeah. And it was based on a film that had been done in the 70s,
yeah,
right?
Faces of Death. You should definitely not watch that one.
Okay, yeah, thank
that
you.
one, Kyle, you're not allowed to watch Faces of Death.
Barbie,
original.
I need you to say, no, you can't see this.
This one you can't. I'm going to tell you, this one you can't see. You will
Okay.
never sleep again. This one, for the sensitive-hearted, this is like the no-go. This is like, so Faces of Death is like movie just made out of different scenes of like death, animal death, human accidents, surgery, largely fake. But at the times, late 70s, they thought it was real. It was like kind of like that era of like snuff is cool, like, you know. And so the movie itself, The Face of Death doesn't have a plot. It is just like a Dr. Gross, like it's just like someone like narrating like all these scenes of people dying, animals dying, things like that. So it was just kind of like a shock tape.
Yeah.
And so when people were like, oh, you're remaking Face of Death, how are you going to do that? People think remake means just like literally frame for frame.
Okay.
I'm like, no, we're not like gonna, that's not what we're gonna do.
Right.
There's gonna be a story, right? And so the remake is really like a reimagining of it in today's context.
That's a good word, reimagining.
Yeah,
So
reimagining of like what it means, Face of Death means now. And what I thought was really interesting was that in the late 70s, this kind of, the kind of movie was so shocking, and you had to like buy it like at the video store, like the night manager had to get it for you, like it was like you had to show
Came in a paper bag.
yeah, you're like
or something.
looking over your shoulder, you're like, is anyone seeing this? You're buying your pornos and your Faces of Death, you know.
Okay.
So it was so shocking that people were like so affected by it. And now in 2026, and we shot this like 3 years ago, still relevant, is we see things on Twitter or X or like Instagram or any that are far worse, that are real deaths, not fake simulated deaths, all day. And it's interesting to me that like Face of Death was so shocking now, and like if we were to show this to a bunch of like kids who've been on the internet a lot, I don't think they would even bat an eyelash. I actually think that there is like, it's on YouTube, like you could watch it on YouTube. That's how, you know, kind of not that crazy it is anymore.
Yeah.
And so I just thought it was really smart, because we have so much like violence on our phones, and all we're watching is real life violence. Like we're watching war crimes, we're watching all these things all day. And I think of kids watching this all day too. It's like so much information overload.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do we do when the world is Faces of Death? Like our phones are Faces of Death. You will see people die on your phone, even if you're not looking for it.
Yeah. And the idea is that she gets drawn into this, right? And becomes, I mean, obviously fascinated with it. And then she becomes a victim or potential.
So she gets herself involved in this kind of.
Yeah.
What I also think is fun is that Dacre Montgomery, who plays Arthur in Face of Death, it's like he's such an interesting villain, because it is like a contemporary villain that actually doesn't care about the sexiness of actually killing someone. Like he's not into the blood. He's not into killing people. He's into the attention of killing people. He's into what that does for his attention and what that does for his numbers on social media.
Oh, interesting.
So like, you know, in the movie, I won't spoil it, but like there's a lot of things that Dacre did that you can tell like his passion is not in mutilating bodies. In fact, that's like the worst part for him. And the best part is the content he's making from it. And it really is like, I mean, everything's rage bait and shock value now.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously at a lesser like level, but all the internet is just trying to get you angry and trying to get you emotional, and that's what like clicks on the algorithm now.
I know.
Anger.
I know. It makes me really upset. That's part of combating that with more lighthearted, more fun, more entertaining.
Yeah.
And
and that's why I also have a rom-com the same week, just in case you need to
right.
get the palate, you know, cleanse the palate out if you need. I'm like literally like.
But it's an interesting idea, and he's very talented, and his approach is very interesting and very subtle and yet disturbing.
Yeah, it's like he. I remember Dacre said that like, and it really clicked when we were doing press. He was like, you know, I wanted Arthur's costume to be something I can buy at Amazon Prime overnight, because that's like where we're at right now. It's like something that you can buy online that like comes the next day. And like he had like, even, I don't know if it's really in the movie, but you can see, like there are all these like packages there, and like it's a McMansion that's like very Americana and like very like fake stone, and everything's fake and artificial and synthetic. And so I just thought it was a really interesting villain, because it's not like he's like obsessed with like the high of torturing people. It's like the high of posting it is what gets him through.
Wow, it's very cool, very interesting. Well,
it's interesting.
You're right. All right, maybe I'll I'll see it with a.
You can skip this one, Kyle. I won't judge you. You can skip this one. Don't worry.
All right, very good. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna play a game, a segment we designed just for you. Okay, it's called Horrors of Age.
Okay.
It's an ode to your 2 new films, one horror and one coming of age.
Yes.
So Horrors of Age, and it's all about the horrors of growing up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, when we come back. Okay, back with our segment. Okay,
Yeah.
as a reminder, Horrors of Age.
Mm-hmm.
One horror, one coming of age. Okay, we will take turns
Okay.
reading quotes from iconic horror and coming of age films.
Okay.
The other will have to guess which genre it stems from. So we have 50-50 chance. Bonus points if they know the film. So if you can remember the film, then bonus
We'll see.
points. With each wrong answer, we will have to put on these stars,
The
these
pimple
cute little
patches.
pimple patches. These cool stars, which is one of the greatest inventions. We didn't have these when I was a kid. The winner of this will get to wear this awesome graduation cap with a tassel. What are we even doing? Sticker on the front. I mean, come on, and stickers on the top.
Swag forever.
I mean, this is very
That's
cool.
gorgeous.
This is awesome.
You go first.
I'm going to go first. Okay. This is the first quote. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Rock stars have kidnapped my son. Sorry, that was me trying to get walking. I get walking
You
into
did-
everything.
yeah, I was like,
everything.
wait.
You're like,
I'm like, horror?
I say, Dogs of War. It would be more, rock stars have kidnapped my son.
That's coming of age.
Yes.
Is it almost
Yes.
famous? No, it's
Yes.
Yeah, almost famous. I doubted myself. This is the thing about confidence.
Good.
No, you were never doubt. That was perfect. Oh my God, you're a champion.
Oh,
okay.
thank you. Maybe I'll
Great.
win.
You're gonna win this. I have a feeling. Okay.
All right,
ready.
mine. I'm your number 1 fan. I don't know if that's the best, but I'm trying to give the vibe, you know?
This is Stephen King. What's the name of it? So it's horror. I know. I can't remember. Kathy Bates. I know all the people, but it's like
That's right. You're.
I think you get the point.
Instead of being happy, you're full of,
sadness,
which is also a
Which is
word
also
for-
called,
fear,
which is also,
but like really sad.
like really
like I'm living in my,
depressed.
That's the movie. Depressed.
he gets the point.
Tell him.
Misery.
Misery by
Yeah.
Misery. Okay. We all go a little mad sometimes.
I mean, horror.
Yes.
Is this Silence of the Lambs?
No, that's a pretty good guess because the way I said it was.
Yeah. This is like really like ringing a bell. Hitchcock.
Yeah.
done that?
Yeah.
Yes. One word.
Psycho.
Yay! Very good. I was almost going to say the first letter is silent. Okay.
Mine. This one's good. All right.
Oh, this is McConaughey. This is coming of age. You're dazed and confused. I don't know.
Confused. I don't
I'm
know.
dazed
I don't know.
and confused. I love that. All right. I love reading the story about how he just did that.
I'm sure of it.
He just yeah.
I'm sure. He just did that.
Matthew McConaughey. Okay, it's mine for you. Just because something looks ugly doesn't mean that it's morally wrong.
Is this Ladybird?
Whoa, you got it.
Okay, my turn. Pop-Tarts? Did you say you have Pop-Tarts? You're never going to get this one, I feel like.
Pop-Tarts.
This one's really hard.
And I grew up with Pop-Tarts. I love Pop-Tarts. I mean, it seems like it's a coming of age because it's about Pop-Tarts. But then I'm thinking that
They
maybe.
want you to think that.
Yeah, because it's probably a horror movie.
Yes.
Boy, I don't know this one.
It's pretty new. It's literally like, I mean, I've watched this movie maybe like 3 times in my life and I would never know this line. You know what I mean? They're trying to get you.
Who's in it?
It's an Eli Roth.
Wait, could this be,
Carrie?
is this?
Yes, Carrie.
Wow.
Yes, Carrie.
You're scaring me now.
Scary
You're
Carrie.
scaring me. Piper Laurie, wasn't it Piper Laurie that was in that? Is that her line?
Sissy Spacek? No. Oh, yeah, it was.
Sissy, yeah, Sissy, yeah, played
Who I
mom.
saw walking at the Oscars. I saw her, and I've never in my life been more struck. I literally go, I do this thing where when I really love someone, I just say their name out loud. And I go, Sissy Spacek. And I walked away.
I love that.
I have to stop doing that.
Oh, I love that.
I really have to stop doing that. Okay, my thing. Although I haven't seen him in more than 10 years, I know I'll miss him forever.
Oh, okay. That's Stand By Me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
That's good. Rob Ryan.
But you still lost. Sorry.
I lost.
But I get to have my gift,
Yeah.
which I kind
You-
of.
Bum, 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 bum.
She's graduated from Pop Culture Academy. Oh,
I
it's so
love
nice.
it. It's the thing, you have to move it
beautiful.
from one to the other. Kind of.
Yeah.
That is one thing.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
your win.
Thank you so much.
What's the first thing you're going to do with your winnings?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna put this on my bookshelf of like all my things that I love so much. Oh. And it's like literally like my bookshelf just has. I'm a maximalist. I love trinkets, and so my friend the other day made a joke about someone robbing me of my Criterion Closet Polaroid that's on my bookshelf, and I thought that was so funny. It's like, what if someone comes and robs you and just takes your Polaroid? I go, that's so fucked up.
I loved your Criterion Closet. That was really fun.
It was a dream come true.
It was fun, right?
Yeah.
I did one too. It was really fun.
Oh, it's like the funnest thing. I was like honestly really scared. I was shaking because I had seen so many of them, and I was like, this is like my moment. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's and the closet's tiny.
The closet's
right?
extremely tiny.
You walk in, you're like, what?
It's just you.
Yeah,
And you're just, and it's you in a sea of DVDs. It's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, and there's so much to choose from. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. But I will say they send you a list of what they have in the closet
They kinda
before, which
pick sort
I
of-
really appreciate
Yeah.
because
And they also sort of say it's going to be here, 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 and here, and here.
yeah. And you
But
can kind of like see
pick
where
up
it
the
is.
ones. Yeah, but I was I know, and there were so many. I filled up my bag. I felt very guilty.
I think I took like 17 DVDs.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
But I want to ask you. So, what's coming up for Barbie?
What's coming up is I got Mile and Kicks out in theaters. I got Face of Death in theaters right now,
Okay.
and now I'm working on other stuff,
This is so good. Writing, producing,
all sorts of things.
doing great stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Well, I mean, I'm always gonna be producing indie film. I feel like that's like
Yeah.
what I really found like I really love doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I'm so excited for you.
Thank
it's
you
been
for
really,
having
really, really
me.
fun. I don't know if we figured out what are we even doing, but we gave it a doggone good try.
That's
We gave
right.
it a college try.
Get it?
Look, I get it.
Woo.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
Again.
Yay.
Thanks all for tuning in. And